What's up, guys? Today let's do a full breakdown on my top 3 most expensive fragrances in my very budget-friendly collection. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these are not going to be very expensive. I'm a younger guy that doesn't really have any money, so I only have one niche fragrance in my collection, and then the others are mainly designers and dupes and stuff, and some Middle Eastern fragrances. But without further ado, let's stop yapping and get straight into this video. And the first fragrance we have is Valentino Buonarroma Uomo Extra Dose. This is one of the newest launches from the Valentino Buonarroma line. It was launched in 2025 and it goes for around $120. This is the cheapest fragrance on the list because this is going to go from cheapest to most expensive at the end, so stay tuned for that. But this is most known for being the most unique Valentino, which in my opinion, I definitely would agree. Look at that atomizer. It's like classic designer mid atomizer, but let's start breaking down these notes. It's simple, yet in my opinion, the most unique Valentino Buonarroma by far, as the other ones are very basic and synthetic smelling. This is most known for its wild lavender smell with that also base notes of woody and warm spicy scent. It only has 3 notes, as you can see right here, but it is still very unique, as I said. And it says that there's no vanilla in it, but in my opinion, I get like kind of this warm vanilla background, but I think that might have to do with that mix of spiciness and lavender. Some of the pros and cons on Fragrantica includes, for the pros, it lasts 8 to 12 hours, which I definitely agree. Another one is it has very strong projection and sillage, which is also very similar to the first one, which I definitely agree. This is a nuclear fragrance. You shouldn't need more than 6 sprays with it, but I'm an oversprayer, so I go 6 to 8. Another pro is that it's more mature than most of the Buonaromas in that line. Well, I definitely agree because a lot of the ones like Buonarroma Intense, Buonarroma ADT, and Buonarroma Core Fantasy are definitely playful youth scents, whereas this is more of a dark nightlife type of adult scent. For cons, it says can be cloying in summer heat, which I definitely agree, it definitely can be, but why are you wearing this in summertime anyways? Like, I think that's definitely something that you should that's like a user error. That has nothing to do with the fragrance, not gonna lie. And then the 2 other cons is vague generic official note breakdown, and then also expensive for a designer fragrance, which I kind of agree. This is why it's in my top 3 most expensive. It's $120 for designer fragrances, and that's the cheapest I could find it off of retailers. I got mine in a trade, so I didn't have to pay that expensive price. But if I had to buy it again, I probably wouldn't, just because that is a little bit much for a designer fragrance, especially whenever there are better in the line, like Core Fantasy, that's slightly cheaper. Now for the vague and generic official note breakdown, in my opinion, unique does not equal good. That's a common thing that a lot of people try to say is, oh, it's unique, so it's better. NPC fragrances are NPC fragrances for a reason. A lot of people love it. Not everything has to be super unique and different for it to be good. This is very simple and it's good. The lavender blends well with that spiciness, and that base note of woody scent is just amazing. Like I said, this is one of my favorite Valentino fragrances from the Buonarroma line. It's in second place for me, but honestly, I can make an argument for it to be better than first place for me, which is Core Fantasy. Honestly, it's just a really nice fragrance that you should have if you're somebody that goes out a lot. It's definitely maybe for older people, but you can still rock it as a younger guy. So I think that's enough for this one. Let's get into the next one. And for the second fragrance, we have YSL Myself Le Parfum. This goes for around 130 buckaroos, and it's really good, and honestly quickly becoming my favorite designer fragrance of all time. Now, I used to prefer the Le Absolute, which is also in the line, which is the newer version of this one. This came out around 2024. I think the Le Absolute came around in 2025 or maybe in 2020. No, not 2026, 2025, I think. But this is a beautiful soapy vanilla floral smell, and it's just so good for all year round. It has that orange blossom, like winter, summer, fall, spring, whenever you could wear this fragrance. It's so good, and like I said, it's quickly become my favorite designer fragrance. I already said some of the most prominent notes that punch you in the face because this is a very strong fragrance for the type of scent it is. But according to Fragrantica, here are some of the main notes you're going to smell. For the top notes, you're going to get black pepper. Middle notes, you're going to get orange blossom. And for bottom notes, the main ones are bourbon vanilla and amber. The orange blossom adds this really nice soapy citrus smell to it, but it also brings along that floral smell that mixes with that vanilla really well. And then you also get a little bit of that pink pepper in the opening. Whenever this dries down, this is a soapy vanilla masterpiece, and it's so good. According to Fragrantica, here are some of the pros and cons. For pros, we have versatile for all seasons. I already covered that. You can wear this thing whenever. It does not matter. Night, day, summer, winter, doesn't matter at all. Another one is consistent compliment getter. I agree. I always get compliments with this just because it's so mass appealing and everybody loves it. You can wear it to school, work, the gym even. You can wear this anywhere on a day. It does not matter. And then the third pro is excellent 8 to 10 hours longevity. I agree. Throughout that 8 to 10 hours also, you have like, it's super strong projecting. It's not just a skin scent after 8 hours. You could still smell that thing pretty strong. I wear about 6 to 8 sprays of this, and everybody gives me compliments whenever I wear it. It's so good. But now for cons, and a reason why it's on this list along with Valentino Born Aroma Extra Dose, high price for designer quality. Yeah, but honestly, this is one of the high tier designer qualities. So I don't think paying 130 for it is that bad. It is kind of steep, but if anything, you could buy the 2.0 ounce, but still you might run through it because it's so easy to wear. Another con is too similar to the original EDP, which was one of the first ones, actually the first one out of the Myself line. In my opinion, I don't think so, and I actually have a sample to prove it. As you can see or not, because the writing's small, this says YSL Myself EDP. So this is the original version to this, so let's see how close they are. In my opinion, I definitely disagree. Just honestly, I'm going to say off the rip, this is a lot more cleaner, soapier laundry scent, whereas this is a more brighter citrus to it. But there it is. We sprayed a lot of that, so we're going to have to spray a decent amount of this to even it out. There we go. Now, they definitely are pretty similar, not gonna lie. They're a little bit similar. That's just because it's a flanker. A lot of flankers are similar, and honestly, a lot of people hate on flankers, but this flanker is amazing. So this right here is the original EDP, and this right here is the Le Parfum. Now smell the difference. So this one, which is the original, is a lot more of a citrusy, brighter floral scent where you really can't wear it as much in wintertime and stuff. It's more of a spring and summer type of scent. Whereas this one is a lot more versatile because it adds more of that vanilla, a little bit more florals. It also has that woody and pepper along with that orange blossom. So I definitely think that this is a lot more of a unique scent, whereas this is a lot more basic. But the price definitely represents that. This is 130. This is around 90 bucks. So one's a lot more cheaper. They are relatively similar. If you don't want to empty your pockets and spend 130 on this, because that is pretty steep for a designer, I'd say go out your way and get the Myself EDP, but you need a Myself in your collection. Whether it's the EDT Intense that they just dropped, the EDP, the Le Parfum, or the Absolute, you need one. So I think we proved that point wrong where it says that it's too close to the original EDP. But now here's the next one, and I think this one's a horrible take. It says sharp pepper causes sneezing. I don't even think the pepper's that sharp in it. Maybe in the opening, but in that dry down, it's more of a smoother floral, creamy vanilla scent. So I think that's honestly a bad take, and I've never had anybody around me sneeze. Maybe you oversprayed way too hard, but I think that's pretty bad. And you could tell it's pretty bad because it got 112 dislikes and only 10 likes. So we're done with this fragrance. Let's move on to the next one. Now we have the infamous powerhouse fragrance that everybody knows and loves, Sospiro Vibrato. This was dropped by Sospiro in 2022, and it's known for that bright grapefruit citrus along with that woody scent and that nice ginger. It's an amazing scent that everybody loves, and it's considered to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, summer scent of all time. Now here's where I stand on this. I do not regret spending $180 on this, and yeah, that was the price that I purchased it for. I don't regret it at all. This is an amazing fragrance. The only thing that I regret about it, I can't wear it that much. I'm a younger guy, so that nice, strong, woody scent, I'm not able to wear it as much. But whenever I go to like a party, a get together with family or something, or just sometimes I'm going out to dinner, I like to wear it. But it is very nuclear. And if you guys are a younger guy, you guys know your mom will go ridiculous. I've been told on multiple occasions by my stepdad I smell like bug spray. Spent 180 to smell like expensive bug spray. That sucks, but I get decent amount of compliments outside my family with this because some people just understand real classy fragrances. This is a beautiful fragrance. If you want to smell rich, like you actually have money whenever you actually don't, because the day I bought this, I had like 40 bucks left in my name, bro. I broke the bank for this. But I really don't regret it at all, like I said. And that's why it's the most expensive fragrance on this list, because it does cost a lot, but I don't really regret it. I already said some of the notes, so let's just talk about them fully and give you guys a little note breakdown. So like I said, you get that nice grapefruit, bergamot, and woody scent to it. And also that ginger. But here's some other stuff that, according to Fragrantica, that you should be getting. In the base notes, you should be getting some musk and patchouli, as well as in the middle notes, getting nice powdery smell, and in the top notes, getting some jasmine. which I definitely get a lot of those, especially that powdery smell. I kind of get it now that I mention it. I never really I got that, but now I smell it a lot. But what I get the most, like I said, is grapefruit, bergamot, ginger, and cedar. That's the most that I smell out of it, and that's definitely what somebody's gonna smell walking by you. The best way I could describe it is almost like a ginger ale, but not really. That's what a lot of people say for it. Honestly, I don't really agree. Ginger ale is more ginger heavy. This is a nice, fruitier, brighter citrus scent. It just kind of smells like a day out on the boat or at the pool. It's really nice scent. I don't regret spending 180 on it, like I said. So Spiro cooked with this one, and there's a reason it's considered to be the greatest summer fragrance of all time. Now, when can you wear this? I say the best times to wear this is spring and summer. Now let's go over the pros and cons according to Fragrantica. All right, so the first pro we have is fresh and citrusy scent. Yeah, everybody loves that. Good compliment getter because of that. A lot of people are gonna love it. Massive feeling. It smells really good on guys. Pause. But if I was a girl and I walked past a guy wearing this, I'd be like, man, that smells really good. You smell like a good, respectful guy, like somebody that has money. Next is long lasting. 100% agree. The day after I got this, I went to a family's birthday party and sprayed it on my shirt. I had like a jacket on, sprayed it on my jacket, and this thing freaking lasts on my jacket like 3 days after, even after washing it. Insane. Lasts like almost 12 hours on skin. This just smells so good too. And it just has everything that would last long. I mean, it's citrus and woody. Of course it's going to last long. And ginger. I'm actually going to do two more because one is something I already touched up on, but attracts compliments. Yeah, great compliment getter. Everybody loves this thing. And the next one is versatile and perfectly unisex. I'd say versatile, yes. Actually, no, I disagree to both. Versatile, no, I don't think you could wear this like any day, anytime, because in winter it's going to be a little, I mean, you could. There's nothing wrong with wearing a summer fragrance in winter. Wearing a winter fragrance in summer is different, but I just wouldn't really recommend it. It'll work though, maybe if you're somewhere where it doesn't really get too cold during winter. And the next is perfectly unisex. This thing's not unisex. I mean, maybe a little. I definitely could see a girl wearing it, but just because of that woody notes, it kind of stops them from being able to, in my opinion. So, and then the cons are expensive price point. Honestly, no, it is on my expensive list, but it's worth that money because 180 for a high quality niche fragrance like this that lasts long, projects well, gets insane compliments, and smells so good for 180. It's really not bad. People pay a lot more for a lot less. The next con, which is super disagreed on Fragrantica, it has 29 likes and 177 dislikes. It says nearly identical to newer, much cheaper clones, which I say newer because I'm talking about the new Mykonos. Is it Conquer that's a dupe of this? And then there's also another new one that came out like a couple months ago. Honestly, no. They've been trying to dupe this for a while because it's getting a lot of traction over this past year. So I've seen a lot of dupes come out for it, and a lot of creators have talked about it, and all of them say it is not close. It's always a twist because you can't get really close to this for such a cheap price point. It's one of those fragrances that are going to be hard to dupe, and I don't think that's good. That's why a lot of people disagreed with it. We're also going to do two more on the cons because this has dry downs to a synthetic powdery musk. For what? Nah. I think that musk in the dry down that he's smelling, it's not very synthetic, and I think the citrus kind of overpowers that in my batch. Now, I have the France batch, I believe. Yeah, I have the French batch, but I know they make batches in Italy, which is going to be the next thing, is reported performance variations in newer batches. Newer batches have, they reformulated, I'm pretty sure, and apparently there's bad performance in the newer batches according to this, and also I've seen that online. But I've also heard that depends if you get it from France or you get it from Italy. Mine's a France one. Mine lasts very long, and it's from a newer batch because I think it's a 2025 batch. I checked it whenever I got it because I got it off of Maple Prime, and I've never ordered off there, so I just didn't know if it was legit. Even the bottle is amazing. It looks so classy. That amazing felt with the gold. It looks like you're rich, like I said before, whenever you're really not, whenever you spend your last pennies on this. I did that. But yeah, this is amazing fragrance. You can't go wrong with it. A lot of people like to compare it to Ingenious Ginger, but in my opinion, Ingenious Ginger does not come close to how good this is. This is amazing. It's not called the best summer fragrance of all time for no reason. Now, my next expensive pickup around that same price is going to be PDM Sedley, which is a similar fragrance. I feel like I'm getting too much of that, but I just love that bright citrus bubbly smell that it has, that this has, that Bleu Jeremy Hectic has, where I keep getting these. Also, the new Rayhan Azul has, which I also have. I keep getting similar scents like that, but it's just so good. How can you go wrong with it? So this was my full breakdown of my top 3 most expensive fragrances in my collection. It's nothing crazy. The total is like something like, hold on, let me calculate this. The total is around $430 without tax and shipping. So it's nothing crazy because a lot of people will have like $2,000 up here. I'm broke. So if you're like me and you don't have a lot of money, I show my collection. It's full budget beast that I'm gonna put you guys on in the next couple of videos. So make sure you go subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and give me a comment or something. Make sure you go check out my TikTok right here and have a good day, everybody.